In this lesson, we're going to be going through the song King of Kings by Hillsong Worship and Brooke Ligertwood. Original song, it's in the key of D. So the easiest way for us to get there, and probably just the most practical way for us to get there, is to use capo on the 7th fret and play these chords in the key of G. That way, if you don't sing as high as she does, you can just move the capo down and just play these same chords. So just know that anytime, I say, hey, a song is in the key, the original song is in the key of D or whatever it is, you can always play around with this capo, slide it up and down, maybe completely take it off, and play the same chords just to figure out what makes sense for your range. Obviously, a guy is not going to lead this song in the same key as a female. So play around with this capo and just figure out what works for your voice. But these are the chords we're going to use. The G chord here. And then we need a C chord. And then we need a D chord. And then we need an E minor chord. And we need a G over B chord. So G over B is just going to be that regular G chord. Take that middle finger off the low E string. Keep the pointer finger on there. And just strum the bottom 5 strings. So now for that G over B, I've kind of got my pointer finger holding down that A string, and also kind of muting that top string, so I can just kind of play that right there. So you don't really necessarily need the G over B chord. You could just play a regular G chord if you wanted to for the parts in the song where it has a G over B. But I'm going to use the G over B. I think it sounds a little bit better. But if you're a beginner and you're like, dude, that G over B is too hard for me, it's too awkward, I'm not ready yet for that, then just play the regular G chord. That's totally fine. All right, so I'm gonna put the chords and the lyrics up on the screen. That way we can walk through each part of this song. I've got the chords on my Patreon page, the chord chart. So if you need to download it into a PDF, put it on your iPad, put it on your laptop, your phone, or if you need to print it off and just, whatever, put some notes on the strum pattern that we're gonna go over, that's on my Patreon page, which I'll link in the description down below. So if you need the chord charts for a resource and as a resource, that's where they'll be. That's what we'll be putting up on the screens for this lesson. And yeah, so let's get into the strum pattern for this song. I'm going to show you a couple of different strum patterns, and actually we'll just go through each part of the song and I'll show you where I would add in a different strum pattern, and I'll walk you through it. So the intro is just that G chord. The piano's doing the little, kind of that little main melody line there. And then for verse 1, I would probably just start off with some nice soft down strums. 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. The song is in 4/4 timing, so I'm just counting to 4. Just doing the down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. And that chord pattern just repeats the whole verse. So singing it would sound like this. In the darkness we were waiting, without hope, without light, till from heaven you came running. There was mercy in your eyes, to fulfill the law and prophets. To a virgin came the word, from a throne of endless glory to a cradle in the dirt. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, 3 in 1. God of glory, So verse 2 is where we'll get into a little bit more of a like a flowy, and kind of we're picking up that strum pattern a little bit. So as you can see, and as you can, like, you know, if you need to rewind it, we're just kind of going nice, easy down strums, just not even doing full, nice and soft. In the darkness we were waiting, without hope, without light, till from heaven. So just kind of keeping it nice and smooth on that verse 1. On the chorus, praise the Father. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. No, 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 no. So just the chorus for most of those chords, and you might need to rewind it. We're doing 8 down strums on each chord, and then we're doing that little up strum as we transition to the next chord. So you may need to rewind that, you know, just kind of walk through that if you need a little bit more practice and a little bit more help. But for verse 2 and the rest of the song, we can just kind of get into this 16th note strumming, which is just down, up, 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 down. So it might be a little bit challenging for you, but this is because strumming is tough. Strumming can be hard, but this is a really good strum pattern you're going to need for this song and many, many other songs. So it would sound like this. So just remember, when we're adding that strumming there, the up, down, up, down, up, I don't necessarily want you to like increase your intensity on the strum. Don't do. Just keep it nice, and you're kind of using that same feel that we're doing on the first verse. But we're just adding the strum pattern now. To reveal the kingdom coming, and to reconcile the lost, to redeem the whole creation. You did not despise the cross, for even in your suffering you saw to the other side, knowing this was our salvation. Jesus, for our sake you died. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, three in one. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of kings. Da, na, 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 na. In the morning that you rose. So that chorus, same strumming. We're going to do that up, down, up, down, up, down strumming. And we're not increasing in like aggression or intensity. We're just nice and smooth. Keeping it nice and smooth. So then verse 3 is really the only change of this song. Instead of the chord progression of G over B, C, D, G, like all of the other verses, this one starts with an E minor. And the rest of the same is the same. So for this verse 3, you know, it kind of drops down a little bit and then it builds back up on verse 4. So I would just drop down to some down strums for this verse 3 at the beginning part, and then we'll build it up into verse 4. So if we're coming out of the chorus into verse 3, praise forever to the King of Kings. In the morning that you rose, all of heaven held its breath, till the stone was moved for good, and the Lamb was conquered death. Build it. And the dead rose from their tombs, and the angels stood in awe, for the souls of all who come to the Father are restored. And the Church of Christ was born, and the Spirit lit the flames. Now this gospel truth of all shall not kneel, shall not faint. By His blood and in His name, in His freedom I am free. For the love of Jesus Christ, who has resurrected me. Praise the Father. Back into the chorus. So then I think you can just end the song, maybe a couple more choruses. You could do a down chorus, a soft chorus at the end. Praise the Father, praise the Son, praise the Spirit, three in one. God of glory, majesty, praise forever to the King of Kings. Something like that. But that's pretty much the song. There's no bridge, there's no pre-choruses, really no finger picking. Just those two strum patterns will kind of guide you throughout the whole song. So again, if you need the chord charts for this song, head to my Patreon page. I've got them there. You can download them, print them off, whatever you need. And if you have any questions, definitely let me know. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Love you, bye.